Hey, so for this section of our class today, you're going to read this article by Morris. To get to it, you clicked it, you go to download right here, and the article comes up. And there you can download it on your computer if you would like to, instead of reading it on the screen. After you read this, I want you to watch, or before, this Going Native comedy routine, which is what Morris is analyzing. Morris is exploring this comedy festival as epideictic rhetoric. That means a kind of ceremonial speech that's persuasive by praising or blaming something. And in order to do this, it often takes a long view of history, as opposed to, say, observational comedy, where you might look at things in your daily life, like raising kids. So, now it is intended for an adult audience, so you might want to wear your headphones if you're home with kids. And I want you to jot down places where the comedians, because it's a comedy slam, lots of comedians are taking a long view of history to make an argument through humor. And the humor is really important. As Morris is pointing out, these comedians are working in what could be called a contact zone. That is a space where different communities with different perspectives are coming together. So I want you to think about how humor makes this message possible, and whether or not people would be inclined to listen to this message with the same attention if humor wasn't propelling the argument. And then here at the bottom, these are the discussion questions that you're going to answer both in the comment box and then in a Word document that you're going to eventually post to MyBC. So the first is about the context zones and how humor is working, and how you see it being defined in Morris's article and played out here. I also want you to think about power, because arguments are about a power shift. How can you see this power shift in this comedy slam? And then finally, look at the way marginalized voices are bringing something new to comedy, which is something that Morris is pointing out. That it's in new voices that comedy itself is growing and the genre is changing. And finally, I want you to step back and think about Morris as someone like you doing a close reading. How is Morris doing a close reading or analysis of a primary document? That would be artists, comedians standing up and doing their comedy. And how is Morris working in research? How could you do the same thing as you're going to be revising your close reading papers for your final project?